What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the hoetohusbandpodcast. I'm your host, Terry Duran. I got both of my co-hosts on the line with me tonight. I got my man, Jay Bavo, in the building. What's good, man?
Not much, man. Looking forward to chopping up with the fellas as always, but want to quickly remind you can catch us on TikTok as well as subscribe to us on YouTube at hoetohusbandpodcast. And for those interested in DM and shout outs or promos, you can choose a DM at hoetohusbandpodcast as well as email us at hoetohusbandpodcast@gmail.com. All right, T.
I also got my man SD in here with us. What's going on, bro?
Nothing, man. A little tired, but I'm ready to get this show on the road. First, let me give a shout out to Brother Soul Productions for always keeping the background audio fresh. And I want to remind you all to donate to the Hold a Husband podcast on Cash App and PayPal. All right, T.
I want to remind everybody that y'all can catch the audio playback of the podcast every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on the core94.com. Tonight's episode is titled Read the Room. We're going to be having a discussion about the art of flirting and being able to read body language and how that plays out in the dating world. But y'all know how we do around here, man. We like to discuss things that we've seen trending or on our timelines. So we got a couple of interesting videos that we're going to talk about this week. This first video is a clip where a guy's talking about how women's choices or evaluations of men end up shaping how they evaluate men going forward. Let's take a look.
You had too much experience with men. When you encounter me, the big homie, you're still tripping on the little homie. And you look at you, you're like, oh, a little red bone over here, tatted up. Okay. What's the summer? She's still wearing a beanie. I'm trying to holler, right? So you meet the little homie and he's trying to impress you. Can he fill you up with all these lies? And then over time, as he reels you in and you begin to maybe have affection and love for him, but then you find out the truth. And then you're in too deep because you're a woman. And so your heart is connected at a level, but he was a liar. And because he's a liar and a low quality person, overall, that's going to cause a relationship to degrade. By the time you meet the big homie that is actually that, and he's really him, you're not even going to believe it. And you're going to miss your blessing because you met too many fakers. They messed it up for a real one. And everything I do, you're going to question it. You're going to be suspicious about it.
Now, I think he's did a good job of breaking down kind of the origin story of insecurity, how a lot of women end up in that position where they don't actually trust guys or they're suspicious of every single thing that a guy does, because it really used to amaze me how instantly women can come up with a negative motive or a negative intention behind almost anything a guy says or does. And so I think that has a lot to what he mentioned in the video, how they hold men accountable for the sins of other men before them.
Yeah, man. I think this hits women a lot more harder than it does men because of how emotional women are in the dating game, right? And when they meet a man and all that type of thing, especially when they have sex with a man. But what they don't understand is that for men, experience for us in a woman is not something that we go after in a woman that we want to take serious. Because as men, we know that the more experience she has with men, the more traumatized she's going to be. Because especially if those men did not work out. Why? Because women are more emotionally based, even when it comes to dating. You hear them now saying, you know what, I'm going to just be single forever. Because I'm tired of the dating world. I had a woman tell me this last night. I'm tired of the dating world. It's getting on my nerve. I'm going to be single forever. And I'm like, this is y'all
You
problem.
never hear guys say that.
Nope.
No, this is your problem. Because for me, dating, there is no emotion in dating. There's no feeling in dating invested like that. It's me trying to get to know somebody, whereas women, it's different for them. Yeah, that's why their body count matters way more than ours do. Even when
you can't. But the problem, you can't prove it though or verify it.
Right, you cannot prove the number. But women that typically have high body counts usually give off high body count signs. I call them whole signs. Yes, because just like a man gives off whole signs that he was a hoe or is a hoe currently. Even if he's an older guy, right? You see an older guy, he dressed real slick, he talk real slick, you know, he drive real nice, and women will say, oh, I bet you he had women back in the day. People can pick up on those types of characteristics in a man, right? It's the same thing with a woman, man. She online showing her titties or pulling up a camel toe, and she talking crazy, booty hole brown and all this shit. Like, she talking crazy. Like, only a hoe would act like that and behave that way. So they give all signs, even though you can't verify it. But what it does is it emotionally damages a woman, every man that she deals with. And again, like I was saying, this is proven through studies. Look it up. Once a woman goes past 10 bodies, the chances of her having marital happiness decreases by 80%, I believe it is. Marital
That's a lot.
happiness. Yes. Whereas in the same studies, it says that no matter how many women a man sleeps with, his marital happiness never goes below as it does for a woman that goes over 10 bodies. Never. Because men, we aren't emotionally built like that, especially when it comes to sex. Not all men, but you know, a lot of men, we aren't built to emotionally bond like that with a woman that we don't really care about. And if we just trying to get a nut off, we don't really care about it. Whereas women, they have to care in order. A lot of them, not all of them, but most of them have to feel something for you, like something about you, be some type of emotion for you, just to let you get inside of them like that. Whereas men, it's not like that. Jay, what you think?
Man, what he's speaking of, basically, relationship wounds or relationship war scars here is what these women are bringing here. Mm-hmm. Because, they bring that emotion, what they dealt in past relationships, and kind of, some will project that on to you. Hey, my last guy used to do this, or you look like you would do this because this is what the last guy did. You see that a lot. And you know what? Even when, let's just say it's got a little bit, it's not used to what she's dealing with here, sometimes she'll even self-sabotage because of that trauma that she hasn't addressed here. That's why women will say, like you just said, oh, I ain't dating no more, rather than,
or go celibate. Yeah. You see the whole time, like they misdiagnosed what the problem was. You know what I mean? That is always blamed on sex. They had clouded judgment and all these type of things. But I've spent years talking about their flawed evaluation systems, the inaccuracies that they treat as facts about men, the way that they treat their feelings like facts in regards to men. So there are a lot of things that women inherently do that cause them to misjudge men. And unfortunately, there's a mass amount of panderers out there that are feeding them misinformation that they abide by. So all those are things that put them at a significant disadvantage. And actually make them prey to the fuck boys, like the type of guys that he was describing in the video. Because when a guy's willing to lie and deceive you to get what he wants out of you, he know eventually you're gonna figure out, or you should figure it out. He just don't care. You know what I mean? Like when a man's in that mode, he already goes into it knowing it might end abruptly. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But he's so good at getting new women, it's not going to ever really, put him in retirement or nothing.
Yeah, this is how this is the thing they doing now more than ever, right? They're so emotional and so feelings based. They won't even date a dude because he's a Gemini now. They won't even date. They won't even date no more Geminis because one Gemini hurt their feelings. One Cancer hurt their feelings. Now they online. No, I never date another Cancer again in my life. I never date another Leo or Pisces or whatever. Dude, because that experience has scarred them. It has scarred them in some type of way. Funny. It could be a sexual scar. It could be an emotional scar. But women are emotional beings that men do not require experience for. We don't want it. We want to be the one to come in, and when we're serious about a woman, we want to be the one to come in and show you a new thing, and this is how it's supposed to go. Right? It's the same thing.
Put you on game.
Yeah, it's the same thing when you talk about sexual experience, right? A woman that's done had 30 dicks, right? She done had 30 dicks. Now, you think you coming with the 31st dick and you finna show her something at 31 dicks? No.
Nope.
That's like taking a chick on the same vacation for 30 years. You taking her to Tulum and you just taking her to a different bar. Hey man, we gonna go to Tulum South. Now we gonna go to Tulum North. And you gonna be like, man, Tulum again?
Well, that's Miss Brittany.
Killing me with your analogy, man.
But tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. But see, this is the thing that women don't like, though. Women don't like that because they want experience in a man.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel like a man should want experience in them because women require experience from men. Because I'm talking, especially when you talk about sexually, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to make a woman come. You have to study a woman's body and know what she likes in order to make a woman come. It's like a science, man. You got to really study that woman to figure out.
Every woman's body is different too.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is it's a lot more difficult for them, and they would rather a man with experience because they say, okay, if he's experienced, then I shouldn't have to teach him and show him anything. Whereas a man, it ain't difficult for us to nut. Just move your hand up and down. It's one motion. It don't take much for us to nut. So we don't require the experience that women require from a man. That's why they don't really care about body count. They'll come online and say, we don't want community dick either. Sweetheart, yes, you do. You got baby daddy.
They want the guy that has the experience and the skill set that they require. Thanks.
Come on. They just, and I will agree with them on this, that they probably don't want him in that current moment. That okay, we don't want a dude that's running around.
Why they want a former hoe. That's what I'm
saying. Come on,
former hoes is the way to go, ladies.
Come on, man.
They can't lie to me. That has the options and chooses not to exercise them. Those are peak, men self-control mechanisms, because those are the same kind of things that a guy has to do in a marriage or a serious relationship. Learning how to control his urges. Just the fact that he feels confident in what he could do if he wanted to. A lot of times that's good enough for him to chill. You know what I mean? Like he's not thirsty or desperate to experience a lot of these things because he's experienced them already. So I know a lot.
Jimmy, they gonna wring your neck. They gonna wring your neck.
A lot of women are scared of it. They say they say. Cheat. He's more likely to cheat.
Yep.
He's probably more capable of cheating. But if you actually meeting his needs and he feel like he got something to lose, he's probably not gonna feel like it's worth taking the risk. But they gonna kill you for this one because you said, it's probably good enough for him. Like, what you mean probably good enough for him? What you mean? They gonna kill you for that one, but. All right, now this next video that we're gonna talk about, it was a post that went up where it pointed out a very hidden in plain sight truth. A lot of the most popular movies in regards to love and romance, in regards to women, there seemed to be a unanimous theme where they all involved cheating. Let's take a look.
Noticed about women's fantasies, like when it comes to romance, their ideal sense of romance is literally just cheating.
The funny thing is, I didn't think this was true. I was like, man, he's just cherry picking examples. And then I did some research and he is 100% correct. Like, think about all the most popular romance movies ever. Sleepless in Seattle, cheating. You've Got Mail, cheating, 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 and some underage bullshit. International cheating. Oh my God, so much cheating. Cheating, but with good music. Cheating, but with comedy. Rich people cheating. Cheating down under. Old people cheating. And cheating plus music. Like, it is undeniably true. Every fucking successful romantic movie in like the last 4 decades has just had cheating. That's the women's fantasy. They get with a man, the movie convinces you that man is not good, and then they fucking cheat on him. They cheat on him with the hero of the story. And they're not even subtle about it. The movie is just like, hey, you're with this guy, go cheat on him so we can have a love story. And women are just like, oh my God, isn't it so romantic? No, you know what would have been romantic? Leaving the guy you're with and then dating the hero.
Now, I know it's always difficult to point out things that don't paint women in a positive light. But I can understand why this would be the case. I think the women talk about the pain of being cheated on or whatnot, but you don't really hear them talk about the thrill and the excitement that comes when you're the one doing it. There's a certain level of excitement that comes when you having sex with somebody you're not supposed to be having sex with. So like the husband with the secretary, where it's a secret, where you got to sneak and do it. Those type of things can create a bond that can feel like love or create kind of euphoric, very intense emotions. And I think that's why, so many movies, the tick by tick and the timeline of how it goes down is very intriguing and maintains a lot of people's interest.
Man, listen, man, don't let these women fool y'all. They love some cheating. They love cheaters. That's why pretty much all of them can tell you a story about a cheater. Because the facts of the matter is that the men that can cheat are the men that most women like. Those are the men that have the swag, the charisma, and all of these here things. Like even though they might not like the back end of it, they like cheaters. They even like cheat. Look at the most popular music. The most popular music are from the hoes that do the cheat. The most popular TV shows that the women watch are a bunch of cheaters. Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, any of them Black Ink. All of these shows is filled with cheating. The Bachelor, he's not cheating, but he's got a bunch of women after him. He dating all these here women. Yeah, like they like that. They just don't want that type of guy to exercise those options. Mm-hmm. They want that type of guy to just chill with them. And when he don't, that's when all hell breaks loose, and now he's the scum of the earth. But when the facts of the matter are, this is what they love for entertainment purposes and, for feelings purposes, if they can get that man to tame and calm down from what he's doing. I think it's a challenge for a lot of women. Yeah. So they like cheating and they like cheaters.
Now they do. I mean, listen, y'all fellas remember the show Scandal from about a decade ago with Kerry Washington? I mean, that was the most popular show. Listen, it was Thursday nights. Man, you couldn't even get a woman to return your text. What Scandal was on.
Didn't Gabrielle Union have one like that too?
Being Mary Jane. Jane.
Same thing. They love that, man. They love it. And you know what? I noticed when we get on this here cheating thing, men are the scum of the earth. Women are queens when they cheat.
But they have the same motives. Exact same reason.
But it don't matter. See, when a woman cheats, they'll make excuses for it. The man wasn't doing something. So it's okay. It's justified then. When the man cheats, he's lower than well doing.
There's no excuse to cheat. There's no reason. It's like, hold on. We all can agree that cheating is wrong.
Right.
But when it comes to men and women cheating, there are certain circumstances that significantly increase the chance of somebody getting cheated on. I mean, you could just hear some of the things that someone does, and almost instantly you can tell whether that increases or decreases their partner's desire to stay faithful to them. And unfortunately, it's easy to put somebody in a position where they desire someone else, because I think for most people that desire is always there regardless. You know what I mean? Like what your behavior in your relationship, what it's actually doing is either increasing or decreasing their motive to stay faithful or do right. You know what I mean? Because when a guy's in a position where he's not getting sex at home, he's not being respected, he's not getting treated how he wants to be, he expects to be treated, and another woman comes, provides it, man, even if he's trying to resist it at first, it's a very difficult thing to resist over time if you're not getting that need met by the person that's supposed to be meeting it.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know how in the world, I mean, that you can, and that goes for the men too. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not providing something for your lady, there's always a dude that'll provide it for her. Especially this day. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, and you know what? It's I truly believe this. I was looking at a study the other day, because I like studies and numbers and all that, right? And now they saying that the women cheating a lot more than the men now. You know what I mean? Now, in today's day and age, and I could kind of believe it because the facts are the facts. If these women wanted to cheat, we couldn't do nothing with them, bro.
Nope.
Even
it's hard to catch. It's
from a woman, because women can cheat and still do the same things a lot of times. Men, we be thrown all off, man. We be arguing with over stuff that don't even matter. Like, man, you left your shoes on when you got in my car. Why you leave your shoes on? I'm tired of this. Like, she be like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Where a woman to cheat can still move the same way. But my point, they got way more options, sexual options to cheat.
True.
Even more than the especially more than the average man, but even more than the guy that's out here being a whole phase man. A woman can go in Walmart right now and get 10 dudes to give head to if she wanted to, or give some coochie to, and she'll find them. I don't care what type of dude you think you are, unless you a ball player or Drake or entertainer. That's not happening for you as a man. You go in there and ask 10 chicks. Yeah, you ask 10 chicks to come sleep with you or something. You'll be lucky to get one.
Yep.
So we can't move like women move sexually like that if they really wanted to do it. Yeah, if they really wanted to do it. And a lot of women do. Men, I think we are just a little more naive when it comes to our women cheating on us. We like, nah, man, she a good girl, man. Man, she over there.
And
yeah,
that's the big factor in it. And the fact that guys don't behave like side chicks. You know, the guy she's cheating with ain't trying to come to you as a man. He ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, get her to cut off the sex. So he's perfectly cool with a once or twice a week or whatever that their arrangement is, and he's going to play his role. I know any guy with side dude experience knows the last thing you want is her to break up with her boyfriend and expect you to be her new man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hard conversation to have. Like, man, I've actually had to tell a chick, like, the fuck make you think I want to be your man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, no way. Hey, you know what? I remember Chris Rock. Chris Rock did a stand-up not too long ago where he said, ladies, if you got a good man, take care of him. Because there's women out there that's trying to take your man and take your place. That's what he said. So take care of your man, treat him right. Then he said, fellas, you don't really got to worry about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's dudes out there that'll take your wife and have sex with her, but they don't really want her. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be listening to all this nonsense. Yeah. So it's different. Men typically, when they cheating, they don't want to make you their woman. When you cheating on your man with them, because they like, wait a minute. Well, you cheating on your man, what you gonna do to me? They just gonna treat you like a hoe. The hoe that you are, bust you down and send you back home. Whereas women be like, man, he treat her nice. He take her to places. He this and that. I'm gonna see what she ain't doing, and I'm gonna try to do it for her. That way I can bump her out and take her place. Women don't be thinking about, okay, well, if I do that, then my spot just opened up as a side chick. Women don't be thinking like that.
But I think because ultimately, I think men in general are judged by the lifestyle that they provide for their families. And so when women, like you said, they peep the scene, they see your family's dressed nice, y'all living a nice lifestyle, y'all live in a nice neighborhood. Those are all things that make a man extremely desirable on the dating market, because that's essentially what most women are looking for out of men.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And they'll do anything to get it too, including take your man. Like they will do anything, bro. Like, come on now. Like, I can't tell you some of the married dudes that I know, and seeing some of the DMs or that they'll show me, or like the women, they don't care. They trying to bump shorty out the way. Whereas dudes ain't trying to bump dude out the way. He just trying to smash and then go on about his business. Yeah, he ain't trying to bump him out the way and be your man. It was a show out where they were sitting there eating pizza. It was Tia Mowry's husband. I forgot his name. He was just in that new movie.
Corey Hardrick or something like that.
Okay, yeah, Hardick or something like that. Hardrick or Hardick. He was it was a movie where him and
he just had a good movie.
Yeah, it was not this one. This one was older, where they were
Oh.
sitting on the porch, and then the woman, I guess they was messing around, and she said, "What would you say if I told you that I'm gonna break up with him?" He stopped eating. He said, "Well, why would you do that?" She said to be with you. He said, "No, this ain't that. All we doing is having sex, boo. This ain't that. So don't break up with him. We got a good thing going here. I'm the dude you call when you want some dick. Now you go home to your man and y'all handle that and work that out." So men don't want to be the main guy. A lot of side dudes don't want to be the main guy. They just want to continue playing their side dude role to perfection. Buy him a watch, we are, so he don't think nothing. Get on some earbuds or something.
Yep.
Shout out to the shot. That was definitely one of the.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. I'm definitely heavily involved in the shot. That's one of my favorite shows.
I ain't never seen it.
Never
just
seen
saw
it.
that clip
You
on
from
social
Chicago,
media.
bro? Man. Yeah,
I
Chicago.
just seen the clip.
Revoke this dude's Chicago card, bro. You ain't
Hey,
watched
man.
the shot? Come on, man.
No.
You out of bounds for that.
I rarely watch TV. So I just saw the clip on social media. I saw it on Instagram, and I screen recorded. I didn't know what it was from.
You can say, hey, it's good.
Yeah, man. That's the breakdown and the stuff that they've had on the show is real interesting. You'll like it, man. I know if you find some time, I definitely would recommend it, man. Everybody out here learning about your city, bro. Yeah. So
I already know about it.
I mean, you're right. You know firsthand. All right, man. Look like we are up against the clock, y'all. We about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna be getting into tonight's topic: read the room, where we're talking about the art of flirtation and reading body language. So you tuned into the Hold a Husband podcast. We'll be back in a minute. Hi, I'm relationship coach and author Terry Duran, and I am pleased to announce that my book, It's Not That Complicated, is finally available as an audiobook. So if you don't like to read or you just don't have time to read a paperback book, this audiobook is perfect for you. You can listen to it while you're in your car, while you're at work, etc. In the book, I break down how husband material men think and operate in regards to sex, love, and relationships, and I provide real quality insight on how husband material men approach dating. The audiobook is available on audible.com and on iTunes. All you have to do is go to one of the websites and search for my name, Terry Duran. Go download your copy today. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Hold a Husband podcast. Tonight's episode is titled Read the Room. Well, we're talking about the art of flirtation and reading body language. From a guy's perspective, this is very vital to your dating success. Well, I guess maybe not so much today since you can meet women online or whatnot, but especially before the pre-social media era, you had to be able to identify what women were interested in you at the time you were in their, proximity. Because if you didn't have the courage or you didn't recognize it, that opportunity was lost. And so I wanted to ask y'all, based off y'all's dating experience and what y'all have seen, what are some of the most effective ways to tell when a woman's interested without her actually coming out and saying it?
All right. So since I'm gonna give you two answers. I'll give you another one after Jay, and y'all chime in on that too, because we do live in a world of social media now where 67% of people are meeting online. Yep. So I give you the in-person answer first. The in-person answer, that a woman is interested or flirting or whatever, man, sometimes they'll stare. Women will stare at you and kind of give you that eye as you walk, or you'll catch them staring, and when you look up, they look away. Or move their hair or something like that, or adjust to you, kind of open up a little bit, smiling, saying good morning or something like that sometimes can be a clue that, she might be a little interested if you out in the store or something like that. The way she says it with a smile and kind of a little
energetic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to feel stuff like that. I don't want to take them all. Pause. Jay, what you think, man?
Similar to what you had, I'd say one thing you look at is body language. Is she leaning her shoulders towards you, twirling her hair, making eye contact for, let's just say, more than about 10 to 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. That she starts smiling at you, or show a little grin or something like that. That's one way to tell. Like, I give you an example. Like, one time I was at a Waffle House, the woman was just staring at me, and just gave me her number on a receipt. So,
yeah, you got to be able to pay attention. Like I said, pay attention to who's paying attention to you. I know when I would be in clubs and I was single, if a woman looked at me from more than one place in the club, those are one of the things that would make me get closer to her, and to focus more attention on her, because in my mind, that's not accidental. You know what I mean? Like, if we made eye contact over there, I would kind of map out the room like a clock. So if I'm like, we looked at men at 2:00 and I see you again at 11:00, to me, you're spotting me out
looking
throughout the room. Yeah, you looking for me. And so I would rather focus attention on a less attractive chick that is showing interest in me than shoot my shot at a beautiful woman that wasn't giving me the time of day. Based off my formula, that was the method to success for me.
Yeah, your success rate go through the roof. You do that. You know what I mean? It's a crapshoot. I'm saying, like, you gotta understand. But seriously though, men, you have to understand the odds. You have to date within the odds. And if you just being a hoe, you got to date within the odds. Hey, she feeling me. I ain't even got to guess if she's feeling me because of her body language, the way she acting. This other chick, now if I go over to her, I'll ruin it with the chick that I know is on me. Thanks. And there's a great possibility that I might not get shorty. She in a $3,000 section. I'm over here with a Coors Light.
Things have changed with the advent of bottle service in sections. Yeah, I think that has drastically changed how dating happens in the club or bar environment, because it used to be affordable to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because now if you ain't just offered, if you ain't got a section already, most women are not gonna just sit there and try to talk to you in a club these days. You know what I mean? Where back in the day, you could at least get a 60 seconds of enough conversation to be able to say some flirtatious things and exchange contact information.
So let me real quick. Let's jump in here on the online thing, right? And how you could tell if a woman is flirting or interested in you. I call them choosing signals online. Same thing kind of in person with the hair flipping and the staring and all that. But online, you can't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, if a woman is consistent with compliments to you, they'll do that. Oh man, your hair looks nice. I love that outfit. You look nice. You look handsome. Those types of things. Oh, your beard. I like the
H-word. She calls you handsome.
Yeah, calling me handsome, like throwing things like that, or they'll like a bunch of pictures or different things or say certain things. You ever plan on visiting? This one I get all the time. You ever plan on visiting Houston? I know what that means. You know what I'm saying? You plan on visiting LA? When you coming to Orlando? And it's like, they might not say, hey, I'm interested, but they ain't asking you to just come out there and be somewhere in the city. They trying to see if you'll be out there. That way they can see
available.
Yeah,
a lot of
the heart eye emojis. Like a lot of them, women typically don't heart eye guys pictures unless they're interested in some type of way. It may be minor, it may be major, but they typically ain't gonna heart eye something numerous times if they aren't interested in you. So you have to pay attention to social media as well.
Yeah, I would say in regards to that, I think most women are not really going to send you a direct message like that. But if a woman, so fellas, if you single, your social media is your marketing tool. You gotta show yourself haircut, fresh cut ready. You know what I mean? You gotta show women how you are looking if you are trying to attract more women. And if a woman responds to your story, that is a key indicator that she's feeling how you look. because I'm pretty sure she don't take the time to do that. She's probably not even following the unattractive bums on social media. So
Gems.
word for the wise.
Yeah, you gotta, like, it's like a job, right? Like I try
Yeah.
to tell the women, like, when you want a job, let's say you're a single man, right? You gotta put your qualifications out there, right? So if you're a man and you can fix things, take a video of you fixing a building, something, put it on over there. If you an active dad, not one of them weekend dads that's just got your kid 4 days a month, not one of those dads. But you with your kid and y'all out enjoying yourself, y'all having competition or something like that, post that. Women love that type of stuff, man, where you like, oh man, this dude, he's a good dad, he can build things, he at work, he work hard, like
Value.
he works out. Yeah,
Value.
women, come on. And you might not even be doing it necessarily for that. You might just want to post your life. This is kind of certain things that you do, whatever the case. But women are going to pay it some attention, and they're gonna like it and become more attracted to you and different things like that. So it's a marketing tool like anything else.
I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all consider simply liking pictures and stuff flirting on social media? Because a lot of people buy into that concept.
I'll say no.
Nope.
Because if you see an attractive woman online, right, you're just gonna like it. You ain't even gonna think nothing of it, right? This is
it's a natural response. If seeing someone attractive, I'll instantly double tap.
Even hard eye emojis under it. That's
doing too much. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Simply double tapping a picture by itself doesn't mean anything to me. Like, that means that I liked what I saw. It could have made me laugh if it was a meme or a video. If it was a woman, I had to be attracted to her. I'm really not double tapping. I ain't gonna say I've never done it, but yeah, I was gonna say if in order for me to like a picture of a guy, I gotta be a celebrity or something, Dion in his prime or something that I resonate with. But I don't necessarily think just doing that by itself is flirting, unless you take it a step further. You're commenting under something flirtatious or something sexual. You're doing, like you said, the emojis up under it. Like, you're doing things to. Well, I'll take that back. A fire emoji. I put that if I could like your outfit, I could think is a good picture. So I don't necessarily think fire emojis is flirting. I think that just means like, man, that's just banging, or it could be a rap or whatever it is I like. But hard eyes is definitely. If you ain't single, you don't need to be using it.
No, you know what, man? I'm single and I don't use it at all. I don't even, You don't
do no digital flirting?
No, I don't like that. Like, I'll put it like this. If it's like a booty model or something like that, I'm not even double tapping the picture.
If I see your hard eyes under a thoughts picture,
nah, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. No, but you know what?
Have some integrity, fellas.
Yeah, like, it's just not for me. But I will, like, women that I do follow, if they post a picture or something, I'll just go down my timeline, see if they follow me, and then I'll double click it. I don't care if it's them and they man. A few women that follow me and that I follow got engaged. I go down and I just double tap, just for, I see your page, I see your pictures, whatever. It don't necessarily mean I'm flirting. Some of them might be nice looking, some of them might not be. And I only would give a compliment, like a genuine compliment, to regular women. And by regular, that don't mean they ain't pretty or whatever the case, but I'm talking about not your booty models with 700,000 followers and all that. No, I'm talking about your run-of-the-mill.
What about happy birthdays? Y'all happy birthday to the fathers.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's cool, but leaving hard eyes under a woman's picture, like, I ain't doing that. I'll tell you your eyebrows look nice, or your outfit or something like that, because I pay attention to the eyebrows.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But a lot of times, if I do say something like that, it's really, that's it, and then I'm gone. I'm not trying to get your attention. I'm not flirting with you. And a lot of women take that as flirting. And they be like, yo, you like my outfit? How about I wear it for you in Chicago? Whoa. I was just saying that I like your outfit, your eyebrows. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to go that route. Yeah. So, it's a delicate balance. That's why I really don't do it. And I'm single. That's why, you know, when I do get into a relationship, it's some things that I'm not even gonna have to change with what I do. I'm not under women's pictures talking about them some nice titties. Like, no,
Yeah,
I don't do that now.
No,
Something about it just thirsty to me.
Other people can see it, right? You know, you can't be out there desperate like that. Again, if you are single, how you behave is being observed by other people. You know what I mean? That like you said in a club situation, choosing which one of the friends out the group to shoot your shot at is a skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can crap out, you can choose the wrong one, you can choose the one that's you know, about to be engaged or whatnot. But if you've been peeping her out, which one was flirting with you and which one was making herself available and all those type of things, it puts you in a better position to where you make that the right choice majority of the time or more often than not. And so you gotta learn different things that are going to increase your odds of having success, because man, it's a numbers game, you know. And from a male perspective, the numbers are small.
What you got, SD?
Listen, have you ever had, in person I'm talking, because this happened to me. Have you ever had a situation where you thought a woman was interested because of her body language, because of the choosing signals, and then she really wasn't interested? Has that ever happened to y'all?
Oh, everybody, absolutely. Yeah. You know, my wife gets that a lot because she's friendly. She smiles at everybody, and she, you know, if somebody smiles at her, she smiles back. You know what I'm saying? So there are a bunch of times she'll come up like, man, this dude cussed me out. Like, you know, he smiled and I came up and he, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm married. Like, well, bitch, why you smiling at me? You know, like, so guys go off on her because she has really friendly body language or whatever.
Man,
so, listen. But every dude's, you see a chick looking at you and you think she's looking at you, and then you turn out she's waving at her friend behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Everybody catch strays like that, but
man,
it's just part of the game.
Yeah, I remember this one situation, man. I was going into JCPenney one day. This will always stick with me. I walk into JCPenney. It's a chick, she getting ready to leave out. I see her coming towards me. She getting ready to leave. I said, God, oh, she nice. Brown skin, had that near long 90s haircut. And I'm like, oh my God, man, she fine. She looks me dead in my face, kind of give me a smile. All right, cool, I see you. So she passed me up. She finna go out the door. I turn around. I look, she turned around. She looking at me. I said, all right, bet, that's the green light. I turn around. I walk out to the parking lot, and I'm like, hey, excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute? She turned around and said, for what? I mean, I was like, she looked like she literally looked at me like I was musty. Yeah, like I was musty or something. She was like, for what? And I was like, I just want to talk to you for a minute, you know, see if you were single. She was like, no. And walked off. I was standing there like, damn, this chick just gave me the eye twice. What in the world is going on? I called my boy right there. I said, man, you never gonna believe what just happened. He like, what? Man, this chick gave me the go. She gave me the go. And there was nobody else around. She was by herself. And
I wonder why she would do that.
I thought it went. Yeah. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, that's like you know, being from the male perspective, wasting energy. And I mean, she didn't necessarily do anything to you, but to turn around and look again, like, I don't know, that is kind of weird.
Bro, I didn't even buy the drawers I went to go get. I went to go buy some drawers. I said, forget it, man. I don't even want these drawers, man. Forget it. I hate JCPenney. I ain't been in a JCPenney since. I'm like the women. I'm emotional. No, I'm joking, man. I like JCPenney. But yeah,
So in regards to how people are, how guys are moving in 2024, how does a guy stay balanced between showing active interest, choosing signals or whatnot, and being thirsty? And we know we just talked about, you know, leaving emojis and all that online is being thirsty. What are some of the signs that a guy is being thirsty in real life? Or in an actual face?
Jay, you want to go? Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, if the interest isn't mutual, right? You keep, she's turning down all your advances. You keep, asking her, hey, let's go out, and she's giving basically, saying no in a nice way, or you DMing her and she's not, you get left on red, get left on seen. That's thirsty. After a while, it's just like, bro, just give it up and move on here.
Man, let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you what I do and why I do it. I don't do it. When I'm like, because I really only talk to, if I do talk to a woman, one that I'm kind of interested in, trying to get to know her, right? Yeah. One thing I don't do is I don't bring up sex at all. I don't even bring it up, because so many thirsty dudes will bring up sex almost immediately, and you don't even know them. It'd be a couple days, a week. I don't bring up sex. I let the woman typically bring it up, and once the woman brings it up, then I'll go ahead and I'll engage in it or whatever. But I still don't take it too far. See where she going with it, to feel her flow of it, and I move off of her flow. That way, it's like I'm letting you know I'm really interested in you. Do I want to? And if I have had women ask me, and I'm like, listen. Of course, I want to smash your guts to smithereens, but I don't have to sit around and talk about sex all day with you. I actually want to get to know you and stuff like that. So to me,
where you go from there, if that's all you talk about, you ain't got no growth to actually learn about. Like you said, those are rookie mistakes. Those are guys that, if you've actually been talking to chicks and dating effectively as a teenager, you should have evolved past the sex on the first. Are you a virgin? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But I was gonna say another tip to piggyback on what you just said, SD. I think a lot of guys make the mistake of, even when you do have a sexual conversation with a woman, I would always avoid talking about, once we have sex, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do this to you. I would have engaging sexual questions or conversations, like, when you were having your first orgasm, what was going through your mind, or where was it at? Like, ask a detail about a pleasurable or a positive situation where you can get a story or a conversation out of it, where you can actually learn something about it, about her likes, dislikes, and experiences. That's going to get you way further than, well, I'm going to do this to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, making plans and preparation about it. That's a horrible way to go about it. So just ask about the experiences, and you'll have a lot more success.
Yeah, man. There ain't no point. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say, yeah, just like you said, trying to crowbar sex out of every situation. That's definitely a turn off for one. But listen, if a woman's feeling, and you talk to her long enough, she basically tell you how to get her into bed.
Yeah, but man, Terry was talking about it, like, with the sexual conversations and different things like that. You have to take that stuff slow. You just do, unless you thirsty. And when a dude is thirsty, that's all that's on his mind.
Come out quick.
Yeah, no pun intended. Like, so that's why you avoid, talking about yourself, because one thing women don't like is men that brag. A lot of women, especially sexually, because the facts of the matter is most of these women ain't coming from sex anyway. Most of these dudes ain't making them have sex. So you sitting up there, girl, I flip you around. We can go for hours, and then as soon as she grab your balls, you nut. I'm sorry, give me about 15 minutes. Now it don't play out how you thought it would, or how you hyped her up to think that it would. So when you confident in what you do and how you do it and all of that, you ain't got to do all that. You let your game do the talking. You let your game do the talking when you get there to show out and show up. That's just what it is. So I don't like talking about sex and being thirsty or appearing thirsty. Do I want to do it? Absolutely, I want to do it. And I will tell any woman that. I'm a man. Yes, I want to suck your titties, sweetheart, but I'm not going to talk about titties all day long or talk sexual to you, because most women, that's a turn off for them. And I don't want to turn her off. I actually want to get to know her, because when you get a woman emotionally, her body will follow. it'll be a lot easier for you to make her have an orgasm once y'all actually do get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because she's mentally connected to you in a way that most dudes don't try to do, especially when they thirsty.
Yeah, I mean, my strength or my superpower when I was single was always conversation. I didn't have pickup lines. I didn't have no whole lot of money. You know, I was never 6'6" or the most athletic dude or whatnot. But I focus on trying to get a one-on-one conversation with a woman, with a chick, most likely on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, and just focus on follow-up questions, making her laugh, and actually getting data. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
specializing in what to talk to her about. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there were a couple of times where when you in your whole days, you might mix things up with one chick and now that's your other hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like so one chick told you something and you know what I'm saying? You know how you kind of cross contaminate your situation.
Yeah.
So you have to learn what to talk about with her. Oh, you're the cheerleader and you're the track chick. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your situation separate. But those are mistakes you learn along the way.
Like, man, I'm sorry your grandma passed. My grandma ain't died.
I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Oh no! That's your other hoe. You think you split? You done mixed them up a little bit. So would you say that's your most effective way for flirt? Well, you've been married for 37 years, man. Jay, what's your most effective way for flirting and shooting your shot? Because it's different from Terry when he was doing it in. Wait, how long you been married, Terry?
20 years. So, see, my most effective method was letter writing, but I know that's a lost part.
See, that's different. Yeah, letter writing. Like, man,
you know what? I'm the same way, Terry. Like I'm probably better at writing. Like I could just write stuff out. Like it just comes for me. That just comes natural. But for me, it's just keeping I think half the battle is really just keeping a good conversation. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, man. You know what's crazy? My most effective way of shooting my shot is ignoring them. That's my most effective way. especially when they really pretty. Like, because I like pretty women. It is what it is. And we ain't talking about no fours. We ain't talking about no fours. We talking about, yeah.
That's the quick question. So you go out somewhere, you just not pay them any kind of mind whatsoever, just walk past them. Where you going with?
I might look at her, but then you know what I mean, man. I'm busy, like, you know, because most times you get a pretty woman like that outside, it's guys coming at her. Yeah, they own her. But me, I'm a chill, right? I'm gonna sit here with my guys and we gonna chop it up and we gonna chill and blah blah blah. I might look, and then I go on about my business. I go on about my business. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna ignore shorty. Like, yeah, you all right, but I'm all right too. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times by the end of the night, she want to know why I haven't talked to her. It even happens the same way on social media. It's a lot of pretty women that I follow and that follow me. I mean, some nice ones. And 99.99% of the time when we follow each other, I don't say nothing. I don't try to flirt with them like that. They might post a story or they might say something on mine because I post a lot of stories and I keep it general like I do everybody else. I give them a general comment back if they reply on my story, and then I'm gone to the next one.
They regular people, man.
Yeah, and a lot of times they want to know, why aren't you trying to get at me like these other dudes? And then that's when I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I saw you, but I ain't thirsty. Like, you all right, but you ain't all that. Wait, what you mean I ain't all that? I mean, you all right? And they like, whoa, they intrigued by that. Like, why this dude ain't like that? And it's, you know, they women are intrigued by that. So that's one of my most effective ways of shooting my shot is to not shoot it. As crazy as that might sound, you can't do that if you a lame. You know what I'm saying? You You can't do that if you ain't that, if you're not that kind of guy, because it requires a certain level of confidence. In all seriousness, it requires a certain level of confidence to be like that. Because I would talk to a woman like that, a gorgeous woman, a beautiful woman. It don't matter to me. They don't intimidate me at all, not even a little bit. So it's okay for me to ignore them like they ain't even there. So
strategy,
yeah.
ladies, not fear.
Yeah.
Oh man,
method to the madness.
Look like we are up against the clock, y'all. We about to get up out of here, man. But before we go, I want to give another shout out to my man, Brother Soul Productions, for keeping us late for our background music. I want to remind y'all to continue supporting the podcast through our Cash App and our PayPal. JS Demon, I appreciate y'all linking up so we can get this episode knocked out. This has been another episode of the Hold a Husband Podcast. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Peace.